Welcome, welcome, returning and new subscribers. I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Alba La Pantera. Welcome, welcome all. Don't forget to wash your hands upon entering if you're watching this during the live or replay. Hit that like button, which means you wash your hands, you sage yourself, you cleanse yourself upon entering this here wonderful space for you and I. Let's get into our messages. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe and Papa Universe. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of my angels, spirit guides, ancestors, protectors, warriors, ascended masters that guide and protect me. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the gods and goddesses that flow through me as me for you and I collected to use our mind's eye to see. I connect my heart and soul to my heart and soul, always in connection to the Most High. Ashe, Ashe, So, as you can see from the title, this is for the collective, and it has to do with your soul expressing itself as we are approaching the start of the eclipse season. So, y'all, I saw the most beautiful sighting today on my walk, and I went in one direction, then I walked back. On my way back, on my way towards the direction I was going, I saw this beautiful white butterfly. Hello, little birdie. They just popping through on your message, literally. Two of them, two sparrows. It's a vibe. It's really a vibe. Um, on my way towards one direction, I saw this white butterfly. And on my way back, I saw the same butterfly, but walking in my direction, walking the same direction I was going. So it's flying in the same direction I was walking. And I was watching, I was like, wait a minute, this butterfly is actually walking with me. As I'm walking, there's a tree right in front of me. And um, on that tree, you can hear a crow, but it was more than one. There were two, and they were big. And I mean big. You can tell that they were adults. Welcome, Fatima. So as soon as I look at the tree and I'm noticing that the butterfly's still walking next to me, flying as I'm walking right next to me, I look to my right. I look towards the river because I was walking by the river. And there goes a swan. Big, beautiful swan. I said, wow. Because they rarely show up in that spot. Very rare. But I don't live too far from the zoo. So not to say that that one came from the zoo. I mean, shit, you really never know. They can say whatever they say, but animals are going to do what they want to do. So when I saw that swan, and it's an indication of your soul wanting time with you, your soul wants to go on a date with you because it wants you to step deeper into your creativity, reflection, and writing. And this sparrow right here looked like a straight oriole. I think that's the type. I think that's the type of bird, not just the team, but the bird that is, yeah, the oriole. Yeah, it looks like an oriole, but it's a sparrow. Anywho, I look at this swan and it looked like it was pregnant only because of the way it was moving and it was getting itself up. So there's something here for the collective, very beautiful message where your soul really wants to connect with you, but you have to be very still to listen to that inner voice. Especially in Aries season, it should be actually a more effortless process for you to slow down and have that moment to yourself, being selfish, but constructively being selfish, where you are realigning with yourself. And it's, you're not tapping into, for some, being in that space of wanting to be by themselves. They may feel some type of guilt for doing so because of not being there for others. And I'm going to be real honest, that is trauma. That's an example of trauma. Okay, so welcome, Evita. What beautiful time to change everything. Absolutely, the start of it all. So there's so much that's going on as we approach this um, second new moon in Aries during Aries season, and beautifully so at 29 degrees when the first one at the start of Aries season was 0 degrees. So it's literally within this Aries season, you're going through a lot of the things that you have to disconnect from that puts you in this space of fight or flight, puts you in the space of survival rather than thriving. Welcome, Alana. So this is also where some of you are breaking through certain barriers when it comes to codependency. Codependency could look different for each and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you could give specific examples that, like, let's say, um, being around a specific parent for a certain amount of time, or um, that's the general aspect, but specifically the reasons why you would be around a certain person or relative or location, even a job. Okay, so codependency looks different for all. But let's look at the messages that Source has for you all as far as your soul wanting to go on a date with you as it is expressing itself to you. But the way that it expresses itself is when you are at a moment of rest or stillness, or let's just say you being calm, because even when you're still, even when you're resting, there's still a vibration happening. So there's still movement. It may not be as fast or may not be as slow, but there's always still movement. Feel me? So let's see what the message is. Okay. And one other thing I'm going to let you all know as well, doesn't matter what you out here doing. If it's something that brings joy into your life, go ahead and do that, regardless of what anyone is saying. Like, we hear this quite often, but when it's time for each and everybody to step into that phase of doing what it is that you love to do and being criticized for when, for being criticized for doing it, no one knows what's going on within that person where where they would have to make a decision, but the decision is based off of wanting others to view them in a certain way or a certain vibration. Welcome, Ocean Goddess. Welcome, Intuitive Flow. Welcome, our love, sister in building. So yeah, because here's one thing you really want to avoid, that I would say, in this human experience, being someone you're not, and then people treating you in the way they would have treated you had you just been yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I love you. I love you too, honey. So yeah, so just make sure whatever it is that you do, you be yourself. However that is that you express yourself, the lingo that you use, whatever language you want to use when you are expressing yourself, or a certain tone, whatever. It doesn't, listen, just be you. But I would say, as you're being you, make sure you're being your authentic self and being true to yourself. And because there's a very thin line when it comes to you being yourself, and where you may find yourself defending yourself when you don't really have to. It's just be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Just be who you are. But obviously you would have to figure out, when being who you are, who is that I am? Who is that I am for you? Who are you for yourself? You know? So let's see what your message is. Okay. Because that's one thing you'll learn from being in this space with me, on this platform with me. How I am on lives, and some of you may have heard this before, but if you're new to this channel, the way I am on a live is the same way I am off the live. I could go through moments where I get into like my, the lower octave of the energy, or the higher. It depends on what I'm feeling. And I just do me. I don't care what anyone has to say. I really don't, because that's their business. It's none of my business. I know myself for who I am, and I'm going to do what I got to do the way I want to do it. I'm not here for people to like me, actually. I'm not here for that. Love is different. But too many people don't know how to love themselves yet, which makes it difficult to love someone else. So everyone is in this deep ass like, thinking that it's love, until they realize that who you truly are doesn't cut off, because you're not playing this role. This is who you really are, until they realize, oh shit, they've been playing this role to fit your picture of, them being around you or being able to be around each other. And then they're losing themselves. And then they get pissed off at you for you being yourself, when all they have to do is be themselves. You know what I'm saying? So listen, you know, listen. Let's see what the message is. Let's see what the message. Okay. The cheetah. Focus, clarity, and speed. I love it. I'm getting, before I even look into the message with this cheetah, right? What I'm picking up from this for the collective, things may have been moving slowly recently or for some time, but it's only because you were being molded into this shape with your connection with source and the universe, so that way when it's time to go, you're moving swiftly through this process. It's like something could have been stagnant for so long, and then all of a sudden, is it all of a sudden though? Nah, it was all part of the process. All part of the process. So you're being guided to be mindful and value yourself and others. Strategize your days, be patient, take calculated risk, and take action towards your heart's desires. You have what you need to change your life today and become the best version of you. The cheetah is your first message. Let's get some clarity on it. At the bottom of the deck, you have the hummingbird. That's sweet. I love y'all too. Confidence, motion, adventure. You are being guided to be grateful of the many relationships within your life, including the one you have with yourself, especially the one you have with yourself. You possess the power to attract positive change in your life, expand and stretch yourself in new ways. Love yourself unconditionally, and the world will do the same. Yeah. Yes, indeed. It's right there. And at the top, beloved, you have the deer. Speed, accuracy, speed twice. See what I'm saying? You got motion in the middle, you got speed, motion, speed. With focus, clarity, endurance, accuracy, adventure, confidence. Oh, this is going to be a, it's turn up season, huh? Yeah, y'all about to start experiencing the effects of what this North Node in Aries, which is basically trusting the process and staying on your path to becoming all that you are, the I am, becoming the emperor. So you must be in alignment to your heart in order to be that I am. The deer, you are being guided to no longer stand in the shadows of fear. Begin today to allow yourself to be seen. Begin today to allow yourself to be seen. What you seek is there to be found. Take inspired action and a leap of faith towards your heart's desires. Huh. You know why I looked at this card like that and I said, huh, because I saw this meme where it said somebody was asking the universe to give them a sign, and then these rays came in. I forgot what it was pointing towards. It was a funny meme though. But that could also be significant too. When you're seeing these type of sunbeams flow through your house or just any space that you're in, take a look at what is pointing towards or what is connecting with. For some of you in here, that could be highly significant. So yeah, love yourself unconditionally. And when it comes to you doing that, ooh wee, you want to experience that in your environment? Oh, you will. You gotta do it yourself first, though. And in terms of saying that, you got to do this with yourself first. This is also the part where once you do get on that path, it's not even your intention. People may feel like you're telling them off or telling them about themselves, but that's really not your intention as to what I'm about to say. Your intention could really be on some, when you hear it's me, it's not you, but you really understand what that means. It's like, it's really not you. It's self, and why I got to stay away from certain things or this, that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I'm coming for you. If you feel like that, that's your business. I can't think for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. There's certain things that people are telling y'all where it's like you may take it personal, but the only thing you want to take personal is what you have control over. And that's everything you do or can manipulate with either with your mind, your hands, you know what I'm saying? But anything outside of that, if somebody feels like when you are expressing yourself about yourself and what you know, let alone even doing that, because that's a conversation of getting someone to understand you. But this is one of those things where, yeah, there's times you're gonna have to have that conversation, but just be mindful of certain conversations that you have and the way it makes you feel, because some of you are, what I'm picking up on the energy is being tired of over expressing yourself, even when you're not expressing yourself, because some of you have expressed yourself so many times, day in and day out, and people still doing the same shit, and then want to come at you thinking that you bugging. But that's no. The sun just beamed in my car as you pull that car. Ashe. So if I say what's some of the hardest lessons I've had to learn along this spiritual journey, it would be that true realization that everybody is not supposed to go or can go wherever I go. And also being able to separate that type of um, perception that someone doesn't care about me. And it's not that they don't care about me, they don't care about themselves. I've cared for them so much in the way I would express myself to them, as far as like assisting them or giving them clarity. But at the same time, it's like the clarity that I give, not everybody's ready for that, for the depth of that expression of what can possibly help them to clear themselves or become clearer about a situation that's going on around them, to become or hold themselves accountable for, where they're at, what they're thinking about, where they're at. Because yes, there's things that you're seeing, but you are in control of the way you process that. The more you know, that's we hear it often, but it's really underestimated sometimes. Yeah, it's underestimated as far as the power of knowing yourself and what that really means and feels like. Yes, we know what that means. We know it to where it is, but that part where we could possibly underestimate that meaning, that when you do, it really helps you to clear out what's going on in the subconscious. Because once you clear it out from the subconscious, it's not something that you're going to see ever again. As long as it's still part of your subconscious mind, it's going to reoccur because it's still a program within your system. And once you're fully disconnected from that program, this is where certain things that people would say no longer get to you. And they do probably the most to get your attention, as far as, that what you're doing or the way you're moving, because of the way you evolve, is hurting them, is making it seem like you don't care, when it's the complete opposite. Complete opposite. You moving the way you move from a higher vibration is basically you loving them at the highest peak that they could have ever experienced love from anyone outside of them. And to even have that opportunity to experience that outside of them, meanwhile they're not having that for themselves. You see what I'm saying? So let's see. What's the message here? Because that's one thing, like people like to misjudge a person by their strength and feel like because of their strength they don't got nothing going on, or if if a person knows that someone with strength, physical strength, has gone through certain situations, they feel like because this person has physical strength that, oh, you shouldn't be feeling like that, you strong enough. They may not say it, some that do, different. There's some that say it, there's others that don't, but the ones who don't and move in that way is much different. Because now you messing with energy for real. Because you're not saying anything. But are you feeling it? Obviously, because there's a thought. As long as there's a thought, there's a feeling. You know? So let's just put it this way. This is one of the things that I was jotting down the other day. Because I listen to so many different things, y'all. Like, I'm one who will sit there and listen to a 10-hour lecture with no problem. Speak some knowledge into my hands, because I don't need to know I got it, because I'm not lacking it, because I'm experiencing it. Give me what I want. I be in love that. I be in love some knowledge now. Where are you, beloved? It is hot. It's hot. I'm loving it though. I'm really loving it. I feel like this heat that's going to kick in for the summer, the spring, as we keep continue on in the spring, it's going to be a different type of heat now, as far as like the way your body communicates with the temperature around you. So as far as unity consciousness, right? So I was just telling y'all, like, if it's a thought, it's already a feeling, because feelings become thoughts, or vice versa, however you want to put that. Either way, it's going to become. So as far as unity consciousness, what we say, what we think, how we feel, how we act are one and the same. What we say, what we think, how we feel, and how we act are one and the same. How many arguments have you experienced in your life where what you're saying is not what someone is saying is not what they're thinking, or that's the argument? That's what I'm saying, but that's not what that's what I'm thinking, but that's not what I'm saying, or that type of miscommunication, that even in itself, as I'm expressing it, this is why this is why I don't do the arguments. This is why I don't do the arguments, because I'll be the first one, because I've been around that energy before where it's like, that's not what I said. Even furthermore, they would say that's not what I said, and I'm about to tell you what I would do with people like that. I'm recording this conversation and I'm going to play the shit back. That's not what you said. And they will literally look at my face, be like, no, that's not what I said. That not your voice? Is that not what you? This is what I mean. See, some people are really not there. Sometimes some of y'all got to do that and then listen to what's actually going on, so you can realize it's not what you thought. It's not what you thought. She said the gaslighting shit is for the birds. The birds be lit though. You feel me? Listen. See, that's your ass intuitive. Listen. We got contemplation. This is what we doing right now. We're sitting here contemplating on, like, on the what the fucks. We're contemplating on the what the fucks. This is what I mean. Your soul wants to have a date with you because it wants you to hear what it truly knows what's going on around you. Some of y'all thought y'all was tripping by some shit. You're not tripping. Fuck, if you're gonna trip, might as well just fall or hit rock bottom and then just come back up. Get it over with then. Fuck it. Just letting mira esto. Di que letting go. Letting go. They rather you have no bones, no oxygen, no blood for them to say you work hard or to give you that. I'm giving myself daps now, not waiting for that for their rewards. A person will be waiting forever for that. Yeah. Oh, listen. It's a react. Okay, you know this is how you gonna know you had some like a funny ass epiphany of the what the fuck. You really just sit here and start rolling about shit. Like you gonna sit here and just start laughing. You might cry, but in the midst of that with this Mars and Cancer, your ass probably be the type to cry and then laugh hysterically. And then cry again and then laugh and you done it over with and you got the whole Kanye West face going on. But listen, it's that type of time. Yo, it is what it is if you allowing it to just be just what is without you making it. We gotta go with the flow and the nerve. Be mindful and value yourself and others. Contemplation and go with the flow. Let me pull one more. We got relaxation at the bottom. And this one that came out is free spirit. Okay. Contemplation, go with the flow, free spirit. Solar energy in here for sure with this cheetah. And then speaking of the soul expressing itself to you, what's happening right now? Something is about to really shift here though. I don't know which cards I'm gonna use. Something's about to shift here. Let's see. I mean, it's been shifting, but I feel like it's more so of like you get this clear why, a clearer why. I got it. See, it's come out. But now you laugh. Yes, it's been a journey now. It sure has been. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even if this is your first time tuning into my channel, you're here right now for a reason. Because you've crossed the roads that you approached that were crossroads. We got look at that family room. What's happening now? Family room. And then false person. Let me get one more. Before I even pull that. With family room and false person, this is immediately coming across as it's not the person, it's the energy behind the person or the energy that your soul is connected to. It's not actually the person. This feels like, let's say if you was watching a movie, this is how the scene would look. Is a particular person or group of people that put you through hell. It's not the people per se. It's the energy that they're connected to or an entanglement of souls that they are playing with. They have this type of ability, but they can't wake up that ability to disconnect and be with one with their own soul until you, the master, key holder, or gatekeeper, wakes up. When you wake up, everything around you shifts suddenly. That's the thing I'm picking up then on here then too. Then this is why, okay, you see how he was just talking about the power of knowing yourself. This is also coming down to that it just slipped. What was it? Forgiveness. 218, that's 8 of Cups energy, forgiveness. 7 of Swords, 8 of Cups energy. Occupation. Putting something together so it can work again. CUP, cup, the cup, the cup. The Holy Grail, gradual. Holy Grail means gradual steps to move forward or to fill one's cup. And then we have sudden wealth, straight like that, yeah. All right, so let's talk about this. Let's see what this say. I want to see what Source says. Let's see. Yeah, this is a real soul conversation then, huh? Look at that, the Tower. It's like you're the alarm or you're around situations that are alarming, but it's only because you can be. See, when it comes to you, collective, okay, you being mindful and valuing yourself and others, there's someone you've disconnected from or an energy you disconnected from that is in this position of deep contemplation. Or this could be you about someone specifically as you are being mindful and valuing yourself and others. So I'm getting a lot of purging here too. There's a lot of purging going on. 21 is a completion of a cycle, the World card. And then we got postponement. It's like the post that I put up on IG. The makeup of your cells is determined by your environment, not genetics. Not genetics. Your environment controls the way your cells operate or yourself operates. Show me this. Ordinariness. 8 of Pentacles. Some of you work from home and people are just now realizing that the work that you do from home or what you've been doing up to this point to be you being resourceful to be able to bring you to this state of emotional security. I'm getting there's a lot of people around you. When I say a lot of people, could just be one family member, because one family member could really be 20 of the friends that you used to have. 20 and 21. Let me see something here. Because that's one of the ways I'll look at certain situations to say if I'm doing a personal, and there's a certain type of energy that a person constantly gets betrayed by. There's evidently someone within their family that is just one person that carries all of that, and them not being able to rebuild that partnership. So this could be like a mother, a father, a brother, or sister, someone immediate that they're unable to build this partnership with, and it turns sour until they realize themselves truly and wholly, where they're not letting their past dictate what's going on in their present moment by still holding on to it within their subconscious. Let me see here. What's this work? Being able to handle your domain. I'm picking up on the Creator. Wow, King of Wands. Leo. Virgo, Leo. Then we got the Miser. Yeah, see, look at that. This is what I'm saying. Possibilities. You got these two. 44. Okay. But it says turning in. and the miser. You see these energies in the back? This is what I mean. One person holding all of these energies. Some of you have been having a lack of appetite because you're actually clearing this out once and for all. Some of your appetites could be changing because that some of the things that you are, the lack of receiving. Some of the things that you have been craving is a trauma response that you no longer consume. Look at that. Pick these cards up just like this. Healing, creativity. And I think this is a game. With projections. Healing projections that blocked creativity. Literally blocking your creativity. Seven, 3, that's a 10. So this will have something to do with you building a legacy, but you're realizing you can't do this with people that got this, that carry your blood. 7 and 3 is a 10. Occupation and family room. But it will have to take for you to know yourself to bring forth this transformation. It's quite the journey, eh? It is. Let me see what else is coming through here. See, with this creator and ordinariness, is like you could be still and make so much money, or be able to take care of yourself. I just heard a seagull, but they're not even out here. But I clearly heard a seagull while like at a beach. Let me pull one more card here. Hold on. Queen of Swords. And then some sirens is coming through here like that. So Queen of Swords is Libra. The King of Wands is Leo with this 8 of Pentacles. So this could have been somebody that you was working with that got real close to you, that you could be contemplating about this partnership here. So this is specific to somebody. There's someone you know at work or used to work with. Something about work and false people. But it's also connected to a lesson you were learning, or a karmic lesson that you were learning within your own bloodline. So this shows up at work. And now your soul wants you to sit down and be still. You could be somebody that's always working. And when it's time for you to rest, you feel guilty about resting. But in that period of you resting or being still or just taking a nap is where a lot of this clarity is going to come through. Even if you're someone who lives around so many different people, find a space that you can go to just recalibrate and just sit in silence. Forget about everything that's going on in your world right now. Focus on the world that's inside that body, which is the universe talking to you. Eight of Cups and the Hangman. These are both Pisces cards. So you are one thing about Pisces energy, you are the word vibe. So you can instantly feel the vibes. Connect with the sun. Connect with the sun here. To gain this clarity. 812. 812 is the 7 of Wands. Mars going into Leo, which is next. And then we have the Hierophant. Let me see. Talk to me. What's up? 218 is here twice. 8 of Cups is 218. Jenga, the game Jenga could be significant. What's going on here? Five of Pentacles, Mercury and Taurus. Okay. This is right now then. Let's see. Picked it up as it fell. The Empress is still here with projection. Now, see, this is what I mean. Literally what? Okay. So these are additional messages that are popping through here. Notice that the Empress came out in reverse for you. Why? Because this is what's shifting. Your creativity, which is the Empress card here. Okay. And in this position speaks about you having courage to move forward with faith. Some of you are hoping for something to change, which is why you're still stuck. When you're hoping for something, you're begging. It sounds different when you're like, I have faith that this all is well. I have faith that all, let me just put it this way. You got a loved one, okay, in the position of someone who's going to save their life. What would you rather the person that's saving your loved one's life just say, I hope this will work, or I have faith this will work? There's a difference. There's a difference. You hope what's going to work. So here you have creativity, projection, healing, aloneness, change, and the source. The source to this change is you finding space to be alone so you can heal yourself from these projections and reestablish your creativity. Because some of you are holding back from a creative project because of who it may offend. This is why not everybody can go with you. Let's see what else you got coming through here, y'all. Let's pop right on now. 10 of Cups. All right, let's get to it. This is what I'm saying. That's your answer. You get right to your 10 of Cups once you release this sorrow, pains, and regrets of the 5 of Cups. You could be a first deacon Scorpio. October 23rd, November 1st. Oh, that could be significant. Okay. Let's move on with these messages. Selenite had to get all that energy out by being a tower itself. All right. I hear you. Let's look at this false person here. That has to do with going with the flow and in the false person. That's self-explanatory. Where people are just going with your flow and not being themselves. Feels like yes men energy. She said, I have taken the word hope completely out of my mouth. Like, for real, that is different. You got a surgeon saying, I hope that this procedure will work for your loved one, rather than I have this different. People going, and this is the problem with humanity, where they won't say that it's not the same scenario, so it means something different. Going back to the unity consciousness, what we say, what we think, how we feel, and how we act are one and the same. Change, false person. So there could be someone who was a false person because you're changing is changing. Flowering, Queen of Pentacles. Again, Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. This is about maturity also. And then we got harmony, 10 of Cups. Change, that's 10-10 right there. And there's something, okay, so what is this about? Conditioning. Some of you are doing something you feel like this is what you want to do because you're conditioned to this has to do with the conditioning of success here. You're a lion that was trained to be a sheep. You're a lion trained to be a sheep. I mean, what else is going on here? Because something is being balanced out, though. So this is going back to the power of knowing yourself and really seeing these false people for who they are. No longer taking it personal. You just know who they are and you know who you are. And that's all that needs to be said. And these could be situations or people that would make you feel the heaviest form or cycles of a guilt trip, for saying something because you didn't fully know yourself. Once you got to know yourself, you started to see that you were just a convenience for these certain vibrations. Success and what else? And completion. Ashe. Yes. Yes. Definitely a completion to this cycle here. You focus on your success and you become ripe. You're now able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. At the top of the deck, you got suppression with guidance. So this is coming across as somebody that who was probably a mentor. And speaking of work, they may have been a boss, but they never really wanted to see you evolve. As long as you were doing just enough and it wasn't better than them, they were good. But once you started doing a little bit further than that, it became a problem. It became a problem. And that's okay. For that's okay in terms of acknowledging what's happening. Welcome, sense of the artiste, mama. Welcome, my love. That's okay for recognizing what's going on in the energy, like being able to see and pinpoint it out. Because when you don't know yourself, you'll keep going with this and you feel like this person has power over what it is that you are here to do. No. That power has always been yours and has always belonged to you. Do what you got to do for when you got to do it. But once you start to see it affects your spirit, your mindset, and you start going on this, I feel like in this day and age that we're in, that's done and over with. We're not in that age of deception anymore. Look at that. We got the death card. Are these cards in reverse? Yeah, they are. But let me see something. We got the death card here in reverse and justice here in reverse. But all the cards are reversed. However, this would be an upright card. So there is definitely balance that's coming in due to this transformation and this ending. Right? Let's see what's at the top. We got the Lovers. And again, with the 10 of Wands here. And the 4 of Swords. Something was postponed until this burden was cleared out for love to really step into your life. I was able to sit with it for a moment and acknowledge it wasn't mine to mend and release instead of reacting. Ashe. Look at that. We got the transformation card as the theme of the 5 of Wands when it comes to what it is that is being completed, so that you can step into harmony and your definition of success, not what someone else told you or when they feel is the proper timing for you to step into this journey. Meanwhile, they're not with you. They're not eating with you. They could be eating with you, but when you eat and they eat, y'all not shitting at the same time. Like, it's, you feel me? Like, no. Sources like, because that's your soul speaking to you. That inner voice is like, let that flow. Go with your flow. Go with what it is that you're feeling. Trust your intuition and its instinctive guidance that it's given you. Then we got the 4 of Wands coming up after the 5 of Wands. So this could be an energy about people that are really close around you. Close, used to be close. 8 of Pentacles. Here we got that coming through again, but this came out for the family room. So I feel like once you close out this is how this is going then. Once you close out a particular cycle with a family member, boy, everything else around you started shifting. What's she talking about? She calling somebody a punk ass nigga. I don't even know what's going on, but anyway. Listen. You have to be relentless in this whole situation. Because it may not even be a person. This could be like a place that you grew up in or something like that. It's like, this is where astrocartography comes in, depending on where you were born or whatever. Looking to see what lines are falling on that era that you was born. Just because you was born there don't mean that's like your Jupiter and your sun energy where shit is blissful. It could be, but some of you may have other situations going on within those placements that creates the conflict, so that way you can hop up out of that conflict and mature or rise up, evolve, so you can see the way for you to gain in these certain areas that at some point were shitty. So let me see. Let me get one more. Three of Wands. What the? Really? Wow. You got Five of Wands, Four of Wands, Three of Wands. Some of y'all really tried to come back to people that you grew up with. I'm gonna be honest, you got your ass handed to you emotionally. You got your ass handed to you. Okay. Go to AstroSeek and you'll see it in one of those links at the bottom of the wheel itself. It'll give you different links to like Sabian symbols, astrocartography, so on and so forth. But you got the Death card, Five of Wands, Four of Wands, Three of Wands, like in that order. And at the bottom of the deck, you got the Ten of Wands. Like, come on. Like, this is what this is saying is you have to get to the bottom of all the drama, the root of it all. And at the root of it all, 5, 4, 3, you go at the root of it is a whole 10. All 10 of them wands that you've been carrying is at the root of it all. Because the Three of Wands is Sun in Aries. And some of you have realized that because the Sun in Aries or Aries season is going to allow you to be constructively selfish. If you want a season to really see who's there for you and, you know, who's rocking with you by you being yourself, or you gonna know Aries season. You gonna know. And it might be quiet for a bit. Come Leo season, the drama's gonna come back up, but it's gonna make you wiser for when Sag season come around, which is right after Scorpio. So there's the universe know what it's doing. You got Aries season coming up after Pisces season. Then you got Leo season coming up after Cancer season. And then Sag season coming up after Scorpio season. When you really look at how these signs are connected to each other, what comes after the next, and that's how I began to observe situations. Be like, oh, and you can really get to the bottom of stuff if we're speaking about the moon, because the moon's going to change signs every 2.5 days. So you really want to get to the bottom of it? Look at these moon cycles. You're going to see. Just be prepared to see, because once you see, you can't unsee. And that could also be what's been going on here. You've been wanting to unsee a lot of the shit that you have been seeing. It's all right. It's going to be fine. I promise you, you're going to be fine. Believe me and know this. You're going to be fine. It may not be right now, but you're going to be fine because it showed up sideways. And let me see what these two cards are here. Somebody going to come rushing in here with this love offer of the Two of Cups. Or that could also be a shift for some of you where there are certain partnerships that have a lot to do with your personal core values as far as feelings are concerned, and you are sharing this with another, where there could be some type of conversation where you notice that you're at an opposition to something, but this is what actually leads you to heal. High Priestess. It's a high price you pay, because I was about to say high price. High Priestess. It's a high price you pay, but you gained a lot of clarity from this. So much so you got connected to your Akashic records. Akasha. Let's see what this occupation talking about, though. Let's see how this comes through here. Coming up under free spirit. Ooh. Take calculated risk, it says. Be patient, take calculated risk, and take action towards your heart's desires. You have what you need to change your life today and become the best version of you, because you're no longer lacking this. I feel like this could also have to do with one's relationship to resources, aka money, because money at one point was in a space where you felt, emotionally secure or just safe in general. And now that you are changing your perspective of it through personal development, this is when things start to move at a much rapid rate for you in terms of you connecting to success. Yeah, moment to moment was up right here. Two of Pentacles, Jupiter and Capricorn. Yeah. When it came to expansion, you have to really, grow up, grow out of certain things. Clarify this here. And grow up in a way of it being like, you may have had a downgrade from your warrior ways only for you to be able to see what's going on, so that way you wouldn't be an impulsive warrior. And now that you have gained the strength and knowledge and wisdom as to what these abilities are, or the emotions that are connected to being a warrior, or the thoughts that are connected to being a warrior, you're not impulsively using them, and you're much wiser in the way that you move, which can lead to isolation for a period of time throughout that process. So, free spirit and occupation. What's this message about here? Breakthrough. Ooh-wee. Yeah, we right on it, baby. We right on it. And participation, 4 of Wands. Let me see what else coming through here. Hold on. Because that's basically the energy of what we was just expressing. That's the breakthrough. Okay, because here's why it will be a breakthrough as far as like people at work. What are you going to work for? Money. Why would you be around certain people before you having work? Not the only reason why, but part of the reason why. Part of the reason why you will be around, let's say, your folks or someone who says they got you until you get back on your feet, the money. But once you begin to free your spirit from that codependency to money, you realize how much easier it is for you to attract it. And again, that's not the only reason why you will be around people. And it's not that money is evil. That's that other bullshit that humanity has been throwing the fuck around too. Money's the root of all evil. No, what you do with it and your intention is the root of that evil that you're bringing forth with that money. That's what the fuck that is. Money don't move unless you put it to use, unless you move it or manipulate it. And whatever, it's a currency, whatever you want to consider money. I want to see something. Break this word down. Funds means anything convertible into money. Money, coin, currency, change. Houseway. Moneta. A title or surname of the goddess Juno, which is an asteroid. That Juno placement will show you a lot about the partner that you were more than willing to be that submissive divine feminine to. And they're not even asking you for this. They just show you a lot about what you would literally get other people to see or understand about you, where this person doesn't need that type of explanation. They can observe you through your actions and know. That's how you literally know you're wasting your time too. Well, I mean, I won't even say it's a waste of time, because everybody got their own journey and lessons to experience. And that's the thing. The more we step away from misjudging someone because they're not doing something that we see as normal, they have a whole different experience they signed up for. But it's the biggest fucking board of Monopoly, I tell you that. It's the biggest board of Monopoly. I'm about to go play some Sims actually, with the intention of creating a utopia. I'm weird like that. Yo, I'm excited because I'm literally telling myself it's hot. But the fact that it's hot, I'm like, yes, it is hot. The sun now is beaming. Come on now. I think I'm hyped because I just saw my big brother too. Hold on. Let me see something. I used to give that man hell going to school. What? Yo, I used to give my big brother hell going to school. We would be late and he'd be telling me to speed up and walk faster. I'll curse him out. I promise I'll cuss him out. Curse because I'm not cursing him out. I'm just using certain language. Y'all, I was really like in the second and third grade. Yes. Acting up. Yeah. Look at that. Breakthrough in the master. I had my way of doing shit from early. Like you wasn't gonna tell me what to do. No way. And it's like 6 o'clock. You talk about walk faster for who? I'm not going to no sister whatever school for her to teach me some shit, and she out here looking crazy. And then the nerve, my first grade teacher, and we know the Murphy's Law. What can happen will happen. And my first grade teacher name was Miss Murphy. Source rest her soul, because she was like 80. I used to be scared of her too until I realized, I was like, you're not about to scream at me, ma'am. My blood pressure is intact. So I would listen, yo, now like I'll sit here and I'll look back and just like think about what I've experienced in life. Like J-Lo's cousin was my third grade teacher. He was a whole artist himself. I'm just like, wait. I had some popping teachers though. I'm not even gonna front. Even Miss Murphy, when I knew she's supposed to be in her chilling, retired, doing what she wanted to do, but she's sitting here teaching. She might have loved it though. Like really loved it. Really loved it. I have to process that for a bit. Anyway, that's the story for another time. So you got the breakthrough in the master with compromise. Oh, you master whether you're going to compromise in situations, because in order for there to be a compromise, there has to be some type of disagreement. The requirement for a compromise is a disagreement. People think that shit is okay. That's another thing that has been normalized amongst humanity. You got to come to a compromise. So you, first and foremost, what you're saying is that there has to be this level of tension that leads into disrespect for there to be a compromise, because that's the type of tension I'm talking about when it comes to now the next step is a compromise. There's tension that comes with disrespect. And most time that happens amongst people who are in contracts. You don't got to be married to this person, but there damn sure is a soul contract. So in that moment, you got to decide, you going to compromise or you going to cut the cord. Look at this one here. The miser got everything that they could ever want in life, but miserable. I'm not gonna lie though. Like, On some real shit. My first grade teacher did kind of look like this lady. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She really did. She wasn't look like gray like that, but she did look like this lady though. She really did. That's crazy. She probably like, excuse me. Let me see what else coming out here. Hold on. We are the world. Oh, she said with Michael Jackson, so we chilling. I bet. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So we got the breakthrough. This is 11, but it's the Tower card here, which would make sense for Aquarius. And then we got the Master. So you're mastering what it means to be. All right. Okay. So this is what this is. Let's say this has to do with work because it says occupational, the work that you do. This could be why some of you have so many different jobs or you're always switching because you're the tower of that place. So what I'm saying is that whenever you are hired by a specific place, you tend to be that person that once your energy is there, people are out of there. Other people are out of there that don't belong there. But until you got there, they can, do what they do with the whole functionality of that place. But once you get there, that shit is done and over with. This is because when I do readings, I've noticed that I don't look at people for the character they play. I look at what makes them that character, and it's the energy in them. Until you're unplugged, you're gonna always be that person. So I know what it takes to unplug you. That's what I normally see when I'm doing these readings. So it's why I be like, sometimes it could be family, it could be this, that, or whatever, but just look at that energy, go to the root of it. And how you know the root of it, because here's the thing about feelings, it doesn't really have a label to it. Feelings doesn't have a label to it. What you feel as fear, anxiety may carry the same vibration in your body, but because you have a label to it, you tend to give it levels. But if you get to the root of it all and just handle it at that time, it's gonna be what's gonna be. But just saying. Let me see. Welcome, Georgie. What's that? 7 of Wands. Yeah. Mars and Leo. You protecting that inner child. And the inner child loves security. You don't want me to create while I'm at work. You don't want me to be who I'm going to be while I'm at work. Then that's going to be something that you're going to regret. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm out of here, though. Or they will have to go. I feel like when you get into certain places, they're like a low grade of weed, because I'm smelling a low grade of weed right now. They're a low grade of weed, and they end up quitting. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, being left out in the cold. How do you smell that? I mean, not how. It's just why. There go that. Look at that sun, that beam again. Sun, what's this? It's got to be a heart over mind decision. Let's smell it again. 550. The World card. Yeah, it's over for that. Once you close out this situation that you got going on in the family, she said they admit we desire. Girl, bye. You She said they made while we desire. Ma'am. Oh God. You're bottom. Yeah, trip. Look at this. 4 cups. Discontent as fuck. Yo. Because you got these imposters over here fucking with the growth. You feel me? You got the whole divine about to step in here now, bringing that 2 of cups. Like, listen, this is all you need right now. Stop juggling this. 22, 5 of swords, Venus in Aquarius. All right, so this is about where somebody is extremely popular, but they could also be a loner. They're a popular loner. Yeah. 9 of cups, Pisces energy, second deacon. And then we got the moon or moon in Pisces. Oof, yeah, you definitely are somebody who is loved. Okay, love. She said booty meat. Yo. Whew. It's that type of heat right here that I love doing track workouts in. I'll be out here doing drills like a motherfucker. Don't play. Give me that weight room. Let's do some deadlifts, some snatches. You feel me? Y'all go listen. When you gonna see, you gonna look at me in June, be like, okay, what just happened? Everything. Come June, you're gonna be like, yo, what? 7 of swords. No more self-deception on God. 2 of swords with the Hierophant and the 10 of swords. No more of that. Ain't no more of that. Welcome, Ruins. Y'all, come on. Freeing the spirit when it comes to certain occupations, what you've been working on, wanting to put together, and not. Yeah, this 8 of Pentacles has been coming out quite often. Some of you got to put certain things to rest. Okay. Or some of you are entering into something new that's going to allow you to do that. 4 of Swords, yes, bringing this new beginning. And this could be something that brings you a lot of wealth too. You go from people seeing you as just average, that when you start to blossom, they want to be all over you, damn near addicted to you. Yeah, take that shit somewhere else. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all know me. No worries. But yeah, let's get into this here Celtic spread. You feel me? Ooh. We got one more animal oracle message coming through because the cheetah popped up. Like, let's get another one up in here. All right. Let's get another one. They go to lion and they go to griffin though at the bottom. It was just 113, 13 too. And it's 555 right now. And we got 2. You got the whale and the shit. You got the whale and the dragon. Okay. I mean, all right. Your soul got a compensation for you then, huh? Yep. The cheetah, the whale, and the dragon. Agility, imagination, intuition, the whale. You're being guided to focus on emotional stability and listen to your inner guidance. The time has come for you to jump into action and go after what you desire. Be playful and splash in the waters of life, creating new waves of abundance for you and others to enjoy. The dragon. You are being guided to tap into your inner wisdom and find your higher purpose. You have a unique gift to present to the world. The time has come to showcase yourself and your abilities. Be strong and courageous through your transition. Be strong and courageous through your transition. The time has come to showcase yourself and your abilities. Wisdom, spirituality, and abundance. The dragon and the wheel of agility, imagination, and intuition. Huh. Okay. And the eagle. Ooh, we. Let's get into this Celtic spread right after this, because this here is a vibe. Eagle, leadership, spirituality, and clarity. You're being guided to let go of emotional attachment and connect to divine inspiration, flying high above the restraints of yourself and society. Look for moments of truth and act upon them. Look for moments of truth and act upon them. From your elevated vantage point, balance, harmony, and joy can easily be found. Let's get into this spread. Like I said, what is connecting to this message here? Because, boy, hold up. That's wild. I'm over here smirking because I'm realizing how much I love the heat. It's wild. But here we go. Let me see something else here. More romance lovers. Oh, this gonna be a fast one. Playfulness. It's gonna be a fast one. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. To call in your soulmate. Some of you are doing this, or you're calling in the soul of the mate that you're with. And this what allows you both to evolve now. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. All right. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Privileged lady is here. High honor. Could be significant. Let's look. What's going on here for the collective? Final message. This entire spread, though. What's going on here for the collective? The moon. And the Queen of Swords, Moon in Libra. What's going on for you right now, collective, has to do with the Moon in Libra, where everyone wins. Some of you could be in a position right now where you may come across certain tests, and the test is your response about the situation where everyone wins. It may not feel like it, but just focus on you. That could be tough. High Priestess is the challenge. Whoa. Let's wait a minute. Okay. To get to the bottom of this, your intuition is key. Some of you are used to being logical about stuff here. Too logical. Too logical. Left brain. There could be certain tightness that you have on the right side of your body because of that. When I say the right side of your body, I'm speaking of your shoulders down. Clarify the moon. Guilt in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse. So your challenge is being alone. Because with the guilt card coming out here in reverse, which is the Eight of Swords, this is you stepping out of self-sabotaging thoughts about what has been revealed to you. Show me the High Priestess as a challenge, because the High Priestess is the revelation. We got a lot to say, huh? And it's pulling up the cards we just finished looking at, and the High Priestess comes out again. in the same fucking position. Right here. But look what it's reading. It's reading the miser, sorrow, and guidance. Let me look at this. We're going to go here. Show me guidance. That's that false person energy. Cancer, the moon, your roots, mother side. Or this could be the mother side of your father. Community. You're unable to trust other people for this reason. You may have experienced a lot of poverty growing up. Mature woman. This could have been avoided. You got occupation. And look, look right there. Occupation, and you learned something about this being at work. You learned something about this being at work. Thank you, Evelyn, for your currency exchange, my love. Infinite blessings 1,000-fold to you, honey. $42. Someone could be 42. 39 to 42 could be significant. $32 34 to 32, 32 to 42 could be significant, but specifically 2008, March 4th, 2008. 2008 to 2012, March 4th. And then we have here sharing with inner voice, as this message has to do with your soul wanting to speak with you about this misery that you have been accompanying because of sorrow. You didn't want to leave these energies away. You didn't want to leave these energies alone. Not that you want to leave them alone. Some of you, yes, you didn't want to leave them alone, but others of you don't want to leave them alone because you feel like what you know, obviously it could be beneficial to them, but not so much so. If it's draining you, we got the gift. Okay, you have great abilities here that can easily be draining if misused. And then we have thoughts. Let me see. Expectation. For some of you, if we're speaking of a partnership here with the masculine energy, they could be waiting for you to express your feelings. Wealthy man. Hold up. Show me this guidance here. Why is guilt in reverse? Show me the energy of the guilt in reverse. 9 of Cups. I mean, that's exactly what we want to see. In the past, you used to be guilty about your own happiness. You wouldn't move forward because of this is a very strong example, but everybody can't go with you. Some of you have a gift coming in. It's unexpected. This could be great news about your health if you were experiencing something here when it came to bad health. This could even be about a mature woman here, an older woman, or a younger woman here that came across your path. Something could also be triggered if you do come across a mature woman or a young woman who tells you about their journey with the particular health matter. And it allows you to step out of this guilt of you being happy for everything that you're doing for yourself and no longer feeling guilty like you used to, because that is a trauma response and you wanted to help everybody else around you that's not prepared to be helped. Show me guidance. Devil. Now the Devil card represents Capricorn energy, Saturn, lessons, restrictions, places where you may have felt limited. You could have been guided by certain people or a specific person that was limiting you. This could have happened at any point in your life. And until you really release any type of emotions that are connected to that, how you know you've released it, because there could be somebody else that comes around at work with a similar vibration, and you think you were over the way you used to respond, the way someone at the beginning used to bring this energy forward. And that is the point where you start to realize, oh, I'm really not over it. And then they take for someone outside of you to give you this story about themselves where they started to appreciate life way more, where now it unlocks any type of blockages or doors or locks that were there that were not allowing you to see how things are fully connected. Yeah, huh? Ugh. 5 of Wands in the world. Yeah. 521, Gemini, 8 of Swords. For some of you, this starts in the womb space with your mama. Or if it's not something specifically with your mother, it could be your mother and their mother. Because it's time for you to listen to the voice of your purpose that's going to bring you towards what it is that you're passionate about. But the High Priestess came out again in the same position that it's here. Let's see. Yeah. With them dolphins again. Let's continue. Set the basis of this. Walking away from what no longer serves you. You got knots on your shoulders. Tension. You probably been compromising too much. It didn't start with you. Wow. You've been reading this book called It Didn't Start With You. Wow. So the foundation of this is walking away from things that no longer serve you by getting to the root of it. The color red is significant here, but as far as red, we would connect that to Aries or the Emperor, and the Emperor is also symbolic of the heart chakra. So once you get to the root of whatever it was keeping you out of balance, because Ma'at sits in your heart. So in order for your heart to be as light as a feather, you're going to have to get to the root of things. And the root of things it's under the sacral chakra, it's under the womb space. So it's before anything can become a seed in that womb space, you got to get to the root of it. Is that root capable of growth? In the immediate past, you got the 7 of Wands, Mars and Leo. Some of you didn't feel protected as children. This is why you have all this sorrow pain. 609, that's the Cancerian symbol. You didn't feel protected as children. And some of you have masked out with being there for those who were supposed to take care of you. When I mean take care of you, it's like you are actually being the mother or father to your mother or father rather than being the mother or father to you. What's the root of, what's at the forefront, the message for at the forefront of the mind for the collective? Judgment. Wow. And what's next is a decision that you're making to answer the call of your soul here, which is an energy. Once you can answer to that energy, you can now take action, and now you're living your life purpose. This is also why I say look at your Chiron for that. And when I say look at your Chiron, look at the house, look at the other aspects that they have. We got reconciliation in the immediate future here for what's next, the 3 of Cups, Mercury and Cancer. Mercury right now is in Taurus. It'll be going to Gemini, then Cancer. This is for somebody. You won't be out of place for long. You're at the home stretch. You won't be out of place for long. Okay. We got the King of Cups here. Scorpio, Cancer energy coming through. Pisces is coming through. Leo. You'll be celebrating next. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. You're not going to be in this in between. It feels like the in between, but you'll see it clear up. Yeah, you'll see it clear up. This is your advice card. So there's a new offer that's coming in that's completely emotionally fulfilling for the mature version of yourself and the child within you, the inner child. But you just have to trust your intuition and where it's guiding you. Let me see. Clarify that. What's the combination? No, that's not what I meant to say, but it came out. What is the connection? It is certainly a combination. It's a combination of things. Okay. What's the connection here? Take the beginning of prosperity. Take the beginning of prosperity. Some of you gotta listen to that intuition. Them dolphins ain't playing. That inner voice is screaming. Because that's the High Priestess card in this deck. That inner voice is gonna get louder and louder and louder. Four of Pentacles. It's time to stop holding back. From what? The Moon in reverse. And that's your first card out. Some of you, this could be a water sign, Pisces or Cancer that you're holding back from. That's not for everybody. But then we do have what the Moon in Capricorn, Mars in Cancer. So energetically, it may not even be people around you. The Moon is in camping. The Moon is in Capricorn. Is it still? Yeah, it should. I think so. Moon in Capricorn, Mars in Cancer. Moon is in Aquarius now. How long has it been in there? It just went there. Okay, so Moon was in Capricorn. Now it's in Aquarius, which has a lot to do with, in terms of the way you feel about things. It may be eccentric ways of feeling or healing your feelings to be able to feel again. But while the Moon is in Capricorn and Mars in Cancer, Mars is exalted in Capricorn and the Moon rules Cancer. So they're holding energies that belongs to the other. So it's kind of like energetically, that's the competition between what you want to do. Like Mars is like that prince or that son that their mom tells them, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that because you'll be better at this. But Mars is not in a position where they're comfortable enough to express their emotions while it's in Cancer. So it's coming at the Moon energy like, no, chill, I'm going to do what I want to do, but it doesn't really know how to express that. So everything as far as like the emotions connected to memories and the use and action of one's willpower based on who they are, they're in different positions. This is what you got yourself out of a lot of arguments with this astrology stuff. This is like you being at, that's the perfect example. You being at work, you got all these degrees for this specific position. And here comes an intern that you might have trained that comes in and takes the position that you've been working years for. That rejection is designed for a redirection. Some of you ain't supposed to be where it is that you felt like you invested time in. You can use this for a relationship, partnership, relationship as far as work or love, whatever. What does your heart feel? What do you feel in this energy? That's what you have to be focused on. Is it giving you life or is it draining you? Is it stressing you out? Why would you choose stress? Well, you've been taught that you got to work hard for stuff. So it began to make sense then. Now it's time to work smart. Because a lot of these underlining things is for people to be able to inject certain solutions that create more problems, and you never get to a point until you decide to wake up and say, wait a minute. Because the one thing about the body, it can heal itself. Never stray yourself too far away from the fact that, yes, the way that you were created had to do with, the sexual interaction between the male and the female, or just insemination, however you want to do that. But at the end of the day, you go from a liquid to this being with bones in your body and can express itself and do this and do that. This level of intelligence is up there, and it's still in you. Is it dormant? Possibly. Definitely. Not possibly. Definitely. But this is what this age of awakening is all about, to wake oneself up out of that slumber. So yeah. What's the moon? Outsider. And that's the Five of Pentacles. Everybody can't go with you. They won't be able to go with you. As long as you're taking frequencies that no longer serve you into this next chapter in your life. If you wonder why things were delayed, that's why. If you want to know why they're moving forward when you remove certain situations, that's why. Creativity is here at the bottom of the deck now. The Empress with politics. Seven of Swords was under that. Maturity, Ace of Pentacles once again. And we just finished breaking that down through everything we just said just now. Let's move on to what's in the environment. What's in the environment for the collective, which has to do with the way that they're being viewed. Let's look at this from a reflective point, like a reflection. This is in your environment because this is a part of you too. What's in the environment here? Ooh, I'm telling you, let's go with it then. Let's go with it then. Ten of Pentacles, I mean, come on. That's generational wealth. That's all everything that has to do with money taken care of, a support system. That's in your environment now because you are recognizing yourself. You're no longer feeling guilty about these revelations that you've had. And for some, part of that challenge is still here with this High Priestess, is trusting your intuition to move forward. But like I said, let's clarify what's going on in your environment based on where you are at internally. It's the Ten of Pentacles. And if you're looking at this message for advice as far as like what you should do next, what feels like the Ten of Pentacles, what feels like the Ace of Pentacles. And these are happy ass cards in the deck, especially when they're upright. They feel like the sun, where anything in your reality is all that it is and then some, in terms of it bringing glory into your life. Because you got the Judgment card, okay, as what is at the forefront of your mind. So yes, some of you are really in here because you're at a point where you have to call judgment. You got to make a decision now. You got the Four of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, and for some of you, calling that judgment or making that decision has to be connected to what it is that you have to leave behind. But what you're leaving behind is nowhere equivalent to what you're going towards. So in its true essence, you're not really leaving it behind. You just matured, you evolved, and you went from being a caterpillar to a butterfly. Further advice. Further advice. You're going to have to go alone. Three Wands. You're going to have to do this alone. If some of you have children, obviously, you know that means you and your child. But look at that. Some of you going to have to, you're not have to, but there could be some of you are deciding if you should travel to another country or another state. Go for it. And I feel like for some of you, this decision is coming around during Mercury retrograde. And don't get in your head that Mercury retrograde, you can't make decisions. No, make those decisions that you would normally not make so you can see, okay, if this is going to work out, it's going to continue to work for you once it goes direct. And if it doesn't, then you have the chance to actually analyze it for all that it is and review it. That's a big old bumblebee just now. It's going to bring sweetness into your life. Know that. You're better off being glad that you've done something, taking that leap of faith, than sitting there wondering because you didn't. Especially if this has something to do with business or sending out proposals to collaborate with certain people. Even if this comes down to you shooting your shot when it comes to a person that you were attracted to. Yeah. What is the outcome here? What is the outcome? Ooh. Queen of Pentacles. Well, the Queen of Pentacles coming up as your outcome, while the advice is the Ace of Pentacles, and what's in your environment is the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, this is where she's getting it from. She's getting it from source, having that conversation with the soul, or having, when I say she, I'm speaking of the feminine energy. So when it comes to trusting your intuition, the feminine has to do with your intuition. And I switched them. I put the Ace of Pentacles up there and the Queen of Pentacles as the advice. Trust your vision, because the Queen of Pentacles also speaks of contemplation. And it's definitely coming across here when it comes to hard work. It shouldn't feel like it's hard to do, like in terms of agony, because I'm going to look at this from like a workout perspective or an athletic perspective. It is work, but it's work that you enjoy doing. If an athlete really doesn't like what they're doing, they're not going to put their body through that type of work. So if you don't like what you're doing, don't put your mind or your body through that type of work. If it requires work that most people are not comfortable with, but for you it's effortless, then go for it. Some of you are really, have the capability of doing certain things that most people wouldn't do. Like I said, like me, for instance, I can really sit here and listen to 10-hour lectures in one day and not get bored or feel like I gotta do something else, or like I'll be focused into it. You know what I'm saying? Where, especially if it's what I'm doing, or it helps me to personally develop myself, like just focus on that. If it personally develops you, and here's the thing. When it comes to you being emotionally secure, it's going to come down to what you love to do. That will also take care of you and everyone around you. A lot of these success stories that you hear, they usually stem from that. And yes, it was a journey. There are things you had to do before you were able to do what you wanted to do. But nonetheless, stay the course and trust your process. Some of you are connecting with someone that is your sign as well. Like if you're an Aries, you're connecting with another Aries just to remind you of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Look at that Justice with the Chariot here, cardinal energies. So you could be connecting with the Cancer or Libra. Let me see. 10 of Wands, yeah, to help you to realize, like, yo, you can either let these wands pile up on you and cause a burden, or you can build with this. It's your choice, your perspective. And then we got the Lovers, your choice, right in the center of it. Make the decision with your heart, because this is literally in the center of the spread. But I'm going to pull one more Divine Animal Oracle card to conclude this, because we don't need to even clarify that. Oop. Final message. The B. It would be. And it was literally 144:44 on the time. Come through, y'all. Creativity, third time, fourth time, possibly. Cooperation, productivity. You are being guided to change something in your life that you heard the message now. Become inspired, follow your heart, and creatively build your future with today's decisions. Do something that would, because your future is right now. So do something that you feel like has a lot to do with where you'll be in the future. Just one. Even if that means writing it down or acting it out. Like the universe don't know the difference. It just knows that this is what you're doing is going to give you more of it. That's what it knows. That what you're focused on and what you take action on, this is what you're choosing. So it's always going to give you what you can handle because it's the choices that you make. Become inspired, follow your heart, creatively build your future with today's decisions. You have no limitations and there are no boundaries to your capabilities. Any assistance you require will always be found. Okay? So that is your message, beloved. My inner voice been telling me to speak. I have to not be ashamed of my truth. That's it. That's the time I read about that. How we take on their pain and feel away because we feel out of love wasn't enough to stop the pain for them. Boy, that book is deep. You're welcome. As inner child peeking through lately, telling me during meditation that its stomach hurts. Just especially during those times that the moon is in your sun sign, really do what you can to be in a space where your environment is harmonious and rub your belly and talk to your solar plexus, the child in there, and say, it's okay. I'm here. No one or anything is going to harm you. You're fine. So go play. Because to recapture love, you're going to have to allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. All right. So that is your message. I will see y'all on the next live. I might go live on IG, but those just be random. But y'all more than welcome to join me on lives on IG. Make sure you come up in there with a high vibration note, because you know, love you.